Hello everybody and welcome to another one of our leadership training videos. Now in these leadership training videos, what I do is over a few minutes I take you through some of what I see as the key essential elements of a building block to help you improve your leadership skills, your leadership traits, to understand what a more effective leader looks like or sounds like or should be like. I also take you through just aspects that can help you as an individual and of course your team or your company or your department. Now bear in mind that when I talk about leadership, it's not just in terms of you running a multi-million, multi-pound, multi-euro business. It's also about just how you as an individual and in particular perhaps as an entrepreneur, how you can improve your own skills each and every day as you are a leader. Now if you're not a leader, you're in the right place, especially for today, because we're going to talk about something which I think whether you are a follower, a leader or an entrepreneur, it's very much appropriate for you. So my name is Chris Igwe. I have over 35 years experience leading, training and developing teams across Europe, Middle East and Africa, but primarily 5 major markets that I've worked in. So the topic we're going to talk about today is a morning routine. Now, I know a few people say, well, a morning routine is neither important nor does it really matter anyway. And then there are those who say, well, what is a morning routine? So I'll give you some ideas about what a morning routine is. And I'm talking about morning routine whether you are an individual, you're head of a family, you're running your own business, you're an entrepreneur, or you just want to have deeper knowledge as to what that might be. Well, as I've said here, it is actually crucially important as a leader to have a morning routine. Why? That's what I'm going to go into in a minute. I think the first and most important reason for having a morning routine is you want to find peace and harmony. Peace and harmony. It's about having your space. It's about being in your own space. And how does that work out? Now, you can have your own routine and it's really very much up to each individual. But specifically, you want to have that peace and harmony because you want to step into the world that you're going into, which is your business, your company, maybe you're traveling, or whatever it happens to be that you're going to do on that day. And you want to be able to step into the world as opposed to, if we focus on this word, as opposed to running into the world. How many of us get up? We're late. We haven't had our 6 cups of coffee before leaving home. Whatever it happens to be, there's this kind of rush that takes place. And that is counter to what you want to achieve. Because the morning routine has to be a place where, like I say, it's peaceful, it's harmonious, and you are in control of that space. The other important thing is it allows you to imagine the day. What's the day going to look like? What can you expect? It equally allows you to plan the day. So even if you haven't planned it completely, now I normally plan my day the day before anyway. So come evening, come night, I know what I'm doing the following day. So I plan my day coming up as I do my week and my months and so on. But imagine the day, which is very different. It's about seeing what an amazing day you're going to have. You want to see all the positive elements in that day. So imagine how your day is going to be and the fact that it's going to be a wonderful day. And that comes out through here. See the positiveness or the positive nature or the positive outcome of the day that you're going into. Because the last thing you want, which is why this is so important, is the last thing you want is to be running into a frenetic day, a day which actually you have no control over because it's just going to roll as if you're running downhill. So you want to see the positive outcome, imagine the day, and then you also want to be ready for the day. So that is what the beginning of the why for the morning routine is. You want to get literally body, mind, and soul absolutely and perfectly aligned. So you may say, okay, well that's great, but how do I do that? Now how you do it, as I've put up here, is everybody has their own style. You're going to do it in your own way. There is no roadmap or specific book that says you should do it this way, or this way. It is entirely up to you, but I would recommend strongly that you integrate the original points that I made on the previous sheet as to why. So you do it in your own style, in your own way, but here are some ideas, and then you can add your own, because everybody has their own. You may want to start the day with a prayer. Whether you're a Christian, a believer, Muslim, or any other culture you may have, you may want to start with a prayer, kind of committing that to a higher power. You may read the Bible, or whatever it is that you have as your religious, if you like, book that you read. So prayer and Bible, sometimes people, again, it just puts you in that space of calm, peace and quiet. There are those who might prefer poetry, to read poetry, because poetry, on the one hand, they love it, and secondly, it's a calming place. Some people love quotations, the quotations which then inspire them. So it may be something that you read. It could be the same quotation every day that kind of prepares you, which is almost like a prayer in a sense. So there's a quotation that you pray or you mention or you say, which is just going to galvanize that energy within you. Quotations. It could, of course, be music. Now, I would recommend that even if it's music, it should be calm, soothing music. I don't think you want to get up with necessarily, heavy metal playing first thing in the morning. If you do and you find peace in that space, like I said, it's your own style and it's totally up to you. But remember, you've got to have the right vibration. Everything in your body has to be vibrating at a higher level. And the higher level of vibration is achieved through peace. So actually taking everything down. So music that is soothing, calming, comforting, classical or not classical, doesn't really matter, but it may be music. Of course, it could be and should be exercises. So maybe you do a few stretching exercises, maybe you do breathing exercises within that. But whatever it is, you stretch, you do a workout, maybe on a treadmill if you have one at home, or you go for a run, whatever it happens to be, because of course you can run and do all this together. So you can say your prayer, if you know some Bible verses, you can do that. You can memorize some poetry and quotations, have the music through your earphones, and you're doing your exercises and you're breathing. So if you want to do that, I know many who do. So the point here is that the morning process is really very important. Now, of course, you'll notice I didn't put in there, because there are some who say, well, my morning process is I drink coffee and I'm no good until I've had my first, second, fifth cup of coffee in the morning. Like I say, each to their own. That's not what this is about. If that is a part of your routine, that is okay and that's up to you. That is not my routine. I have one cup of tea, maybe in the morning, and then maybe one during the day. If I have coffee, it's twice in the day, nothing more than that. That's just me. So find what it is for you that you need, but most importantly, find a morning routine that basically takes the volume of the world down or out, and you're in your own world, your own environment as you plan, prepare, meditate, and look towards a fantastic day, because then you've got the impetus, the impulse, and everything else that's needed to have a successful day. So find your morning routine, whatever it happens to be, work on it. If you want to share that with me, love to know. So please feel free to like, comment, or share if there's anything on this video that has left you with some thoughts. And I hope that I will see you again for the next one. So in the meantime, thank you.